In the midst of the ongoing conflict between Iran and Israel, the United States executed an operation so audacious that the entire world could scarcely fathom it. America, a superpower whose very name once made great nations tremble, attempted a stealth incursion that would end in humiliation. An Apache helicopter, the crown jewel of their arsenal, crossed into Iranian airspace. What followed was not merely a military engagement, but a moment that shattered long-held perceptions of power. For years, the world doubted Iran's capabilities. But this event pried open the eyes of skeptics everywhere. In its aftermath, Iran's adversaries now tread with far greater caution. No one can quite piece together what Iran conceals beneath its soil, waiting in the darkness. This helicopter was no ordinary aircraft. It was a flying Leviathan, a billion-dollar marvel of American engineering, equipped with radar-evading stealth technology, precision strike capabilities under the cover of night, and a payload of heavy armaments. It was hailed as the king of the skies. America had gambled that such technology would render any Middle Eastern power helpless. The plan was simple. Under the shroud of darkness, this formidable machine would slip into Iran, extract classified intelligence, and vanish like a ghost. What they did not anticipate was that a far more fearsome predator lay in wait: Iran's advanced ballistic missiles, armed and ready. The mission was draped in secrecy. Under the heavy veil of night, the Apache flew at an extremely low altitude, hugging the terrain as it crossed into Iranian airspace. Back at the Pentagon, American generals watched the operation unfold from their control rooms, exchanging confident smiles. They were certain that their hunter would remain undetected, untouchable. Perhaps they had forgotten, or chosen to ignore, that Iran had developed its own formidable air defense system, born from indigenous technology and relentless strategic focus. Suddenly, at a covert Iranian military base, a radar screen flickered. An unknown blip appeared. The intruder had been detected. In an instant, alarms screamed through Iran's command center. Missile batteries were oriented, targeting solutions calculated with ruthless speed. Iranian commanders quickly assessed the situation. An American attack helicopter was prowling their skies. The game of hunter and hunted had just taken a sharp turn. But Iran did not strike immediately. They wanted the predator to drift deeper into their trap. With calculated patience, they tracked the Apache until it glided into the optimal kill zone. The coordinates were locked with surgical precision. Then, the order was given. An Iranian commander pressed a red button, and from deep within the earth, a surface-to-air missile erupted with explosive fury. It tore through the night sky, traveling several times faster than the speed of sound, leaving only a thunderous roar in its wake. The American pilots barely had a moment to register the danger. They attempted evasive maneuvers, pulling the helicopter into a sharp turn, but it was already too late. The missile struck with devastating accuracy, engulfing the billion-dollar war machine in a fireball that lit up the darkness. In the blink of an eye, the pride of the United States military was reduced to a flaming wreckage, spiraling down onto Iranian soil. At the Pentagon, the control room fell into stunned silence. The generals who had been smiling moments before turned to stone. They had just witnessed the unthinkable. Their most sophisticated airborne weapon had been obliterated. This was not just the destruction of a single helicopter. It was a resounding slap to the face of American military supremacy. A signal that no force could violate Iranian airspace with impunity. Iran did not quietly absorb the victory. Instead, they displayed the charred remnants of the helicopter to the world, a defiant exhibit of their resolve. The message was unmistakable, aimed directly at the United States and its allies. Any intruder who dares cross our skies will meet the same fate. This incident has reshaped the geopolitical landscape. Nations that once dismissed Iran as vulnerable are now recalculating their assumptions. Israel and the United States understand more clearly than ever that direct confrontation with Iran is not a wager to be made lightly. It is akin to grasping fire. The balance of power in the Middle East has fundamentally shifted. By shattering America's symbol of aerial dominance, Iran has demonstrated that in modern warfare, no single power can impose its will unchallenged. The skies, once ruled by the strongest, are now contested, and the rules of engagement have been rewritten.